Dead Leader here, and today we're going to talk about something that's been bugging me for a while now about the engineering and resource management gameplay announced for the upcoming 4.0 patch. The idea of it sounds super fun, but without some other key changes, I can't help but feel that there's a huge chance it could absolutely ruin the game. So let's dive in. So to start off, first we need to analyze the health difference between small ships and big capital ships in Star Citizen. Currently, they range from between 5,000 to 150,000 health points. Now, it has to be said, CIG have mentioned previously that they plan to add systems to make ship armor a thing, essentially moving away from a health point system and moving towards a new system which takes into account the weapon's caliber versus ship's armor thickness, but with no mention of when or if this system is going to be implemented anytime soon. We're only going to be discussing ship health today in reference to the current or announced state of play in the live environment in Star Citizen 4.0. So right now, the only way to take down a ship is to completely deplete its health points. This means even those massive capital ships can be taken down pretty quickly by a single fighter if enough firepower is focused on them. Not exactly realistic and definitely frustrating. The amount of times I've seen a huge lumbering ship like the Reclaimer get deleted by a light fighter is pretty crazy, especially since what business does a single light fighter have destroying a Reclaimer? There's no way a salvaging ship could have been a threat to them, and if it was about pirating them, then they would never even be able to carry any of the cargo gained from destroying it, even if they wanted to. But Star Citizen's upcoming Alpha 4.0 patch is bringing in new engineering gameplay mechanics, and this will change everything. In this update, ship systems can take damage, so engineers will need to get hands-on to reallocate power and resources, maintain life support, and make crucial repairs to keep things operational. Imagine putting out fires, rerouting power, and fixing systems while under attack. Sounds intense, right? And I know heaps of people who have been long awaiting this type of gameplay, and it will make flying with a competent crew all that more important and all the more exciting for players other than just the pilot or, say, turret gunner. Here's my big hope with this new mechanic. I really want to see them drastically increase ship health values alongside the launch of engineering, especially with the bigger ships. Why? Well, because not only shouldn't smaller ships be able to blow up a capital ship in the first place, they should be focusing on disabling specific components to just cripple larger ships, requiring an engineer to actually use the resource management systems. This would shift the gameplay from a straight up brawl to something more strategic. Smaller ships would need to aim for key components to disable larger ships, and it'd give players enough time to repair and actually defend their ships, rather than just watching them explode in seconds. Plus, this change could make boarding actions more common. Imagine defending your ship from pirates while your engineer is frantically making repairs. It adds a whole new layer of depth and excitement to the game. And for those flying smaller ships, this change would make gameplay more dynamic. Instead of popping like balloons, pilots would need to get out, float around in EVA, and repair damage to get back into the fight. And when attacking, it gives them more reason to coordinate and fly in groups of mixed ships. Coordinating their attacks and monitoring their target systems for boarding sounds way more fun, right? But here's the worry. What if they don't change ship health in the 4.0 patch? There's currently nothing on the roadmap about ship armor or health rebalancing, and so with all these new engineering tasks, gameplay would just get really stressful if ships are still too easy to destroy. All these gameplay systems would only serve to make your ship more useless moments before you do pop. Engineers will need time to do their job, and your enemy isn't going to just leave them alone to give them time to repair their ship out of the goodness of their heart. So these low health values just won't cut it in 4.0. One reason they might not boost health values is actually server performance. More durable ships could mean more wreckage floating around with the server not knowing if it's intentionally been left there or abandoned, and if it should be removed, which will inevitably slow things down. But with the new server meshing, version 1 coming in 4.0, server performance should get a big boost. Server meshing should help manage performance, but I do hope that CIG utilizes salvaging gameplay to encourage players to clean up wreckage themselves. I'd love to see some more dynamic player-driven salvage missions, have legal missions being created to salvage hostile ships that have been abandoned, have illegal salvage missions directed to players to ships defeated by hostile players to salvage them, and with the inclusion of ships like the SRV being able to tow other ships through Quantum, they could add legal towing missions to tow abandoned vehicles to distribution centers, and even illegal towing missions to bring any ship to salvaging yards for reward. This could prevent junkyards of abandoned ships from piling up while giving a much more lived-in and dynamic set of mission structures, ripe with opportunity for dynamic player interactions. So, in a nutshell, rebalancing ship health in Star Citizen could make battles more strategic and engaging, and honestly, without it, engineering gameplay might as well not even be in the game, since with the current time to kill ships have with against each other, I can't see there even being enough time to try it out before you die. He's hoping the devs make this change in the upcoming 4.0 patch. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and like and subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this. As usual, my name is Dead Leader, and I'll see you in the verse. Fly safe, pilots.
Dead Leader.
Space. It's cold and it's lonely. But you don't need to be with Dead Leader merchandise.
Merchandising.
With Dead Leader merch, you can represent Star Citizen without looking like a dog.
Merchandising.
Everyone will think it's for some sick band, and if they ask what Dead Leader is, you can just say, you probably wouldn't know him, and they'll think you're sick.
Merchandising.
So grab your Dead Leader merch today and support your favorite content creator. Me, Dead Leader.
Merchandising.